Friday. Quincy, Illinois, Detroit, Orlando, we love you. All of our stations, we appreciate you. Well, our first guest today knows how to turn pain into humor. After hitting rock bottom, comedian Robyn Schall found a list of optimistic goals for the wonderful year of 2020. Thank you, Jeff. That she made in 2019, but as you can guess, the goals went right down the blanker. And like a lot of us, you just couldn't help but laugh. Look.
I found my goal list that I made in December for my goals for 2020. Okay, tell me if this is not hilarious. All right, goal 1, make more money. I was, been unemployed since March. Travel more. Lose weight. Be more social. I wrote cry less. Cry less. Cry less. I've cried every single day of this whole pandemic.
Well, that video quickly took off on TikTok with millions of views, and it helped kick her comedy career into high gear. Audience, give it up for comedian Robyn Schall, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun.
Does that seem like 5 years ago?
5 years ago and yesterday. It all feels like a blur, but I remember every second of going viral during a pandemic. It was wild.
Well, because there's not much else to do other than watch Tiger King.
Exactly.
And
And I'm alone in an apartment. Remember, I live in New York City, so I didn't see a human for 6 months, and then all of a sudden Oprah's calling me. So you're like, are you really Oprah? I'm like, did you
say that to her?
Yes. And I'm alone, so I also don't know if I'm hallucinating or if the Kardashians are calling. I don't know what. It's everything seems fake.
Okay, we're going to be all over the place, and I don't care. Okay, you brought up Oprah. Let's start there.
Okay. Wait, no. Can I just tell you something why I love you? And I feel like the people at home need to know this about you. During the commercial break, you came and fluffed the pillows, and I think that is the most amazing thing ever. I'm sorry, people need to know that you are hands-on. He had a guest coming over, and he's like, Robyn's coming out. Let me fluff her pillow.
I did. I fluffed her pillow.
It was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I notice every ass of staff. I notice everything. So
okay, back to Oprah.
Okay, so how does that happen?
Okay, I'm drunk in my apartment. It always starts with wine.
It always starts, yes.
All good stories start with wine. I'm alone. It's a pandemic. I find this goals list that I wrote in 2019. I really hit rock bottom. It was a hard time for everyone. I lost a lot of family. And then,
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Except you brought me this. So. Straight up. But it was just a really dark time. And then I find this goals list, and I was laughing so hard that I made a little TikTok for 300 followers. And I'd been a comic at that. I started stand-up in 2010. And I was a working comic, but I had no following, no big career. And I just post the video, and then I go to sleep. And then the next morning.
The next morning?
Yeah, it was 300,000 followers. And the next 2 days, 5 million. And then that was a Thursday. And by Tuesday, Jennifer Gardner posted it. Oprah posted it. It was on The View. It was on it was everywhere. And again, I'm alone in my apartment. And then, Oprah's people are calling. All the talk shows are calling. And I didn't have representation. So I'm just saying yes to everyone, not knowing, there's rules.
You got to line up. Yeah.
Some people have, exclusivity, and I don't know. So I'm just saying yes to everything, not knowing what's real. And also, I didn't want to sleep because when I go to sleep, this person was reposting me. So I was sleep deprived. Everything's just going nuts. Speaking of Oprah, she sent all of her, she has her favorite things at the end of the year, like the Christmas. So she sends 50 packages to my I have a studio the size of this table, okay? So my downstairs called, they're like, you have a package? So I thought one package is about 50 boxes, and then I had to fit it into my tiny studio.
No way!
I don't think she realized there's different level apartments. So yeah.
You got all of her favorite
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we saw the picture there. Director Chris put it up. You're there with Oprah and Gail, Zooming.
Yeah.
that wasn't on your list for 2020. I
No,
mean,
but so now every year in the beginning of the year, me and my followers, we make a list of goals.
look at it.
Funny story, halfway through this live stream, Oprah's internet went out. Her internet went out. I think she was like over me chit-chatting too much, but she like left mid-interview with like millions of people watching.
Serious? And it was just you and Gail?
Yeah, me. Gail like stopped talking for some reason. I'm like, all right, hi everyone. I just
Seriously?
Yeah, her internet, again, it was like the middle of the pandemic. We're all kind of learning what to do, and she's interviewing me, and her internet went out.
We had to learn how to do Zoom. Zoom really wasn't that big of a thing until that point.
But what was good was for someone like me, so people like you and Oprah who have a studio audience, you rely on, like, look how amazing crew you have. Like this camera, this.
They're great, yeah.
So anyone with a real career rely on all these amazing people. I knew how to live stream because it was a one-man band. You know, so it actually was really in my favor. So I went viral during a pandemic, and I was like, oh, okay, this is my time to shine. Everyone else has to rely on crew.
Yeah.
I never had a crew, so it actually was like perfect timing, and
look, you know this. I've heard a lot of businesses that have exploded I've heard a lot of pandemic transformation stories. This is one of the best.
Wild,
I mean, crazy.
Yeah, it was. As a comedian, you know, what comedy is pain. Like, nothing's funny about like just being happy, you know? So what was great was like my skill of like finding light in darkness was like needed at that time. So
for everybody.
For everyone. And I think that's why I went so viral at that moment, because people really needed to laugh.
We're going to continue to laugh with Robyn when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. I can't believe that. Overnight.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. More with comedian Robyn Schall. We'll give you information on how you can see her all across the country. Okay. We were saying during the break, you know, speaking of the crew, I get cards sometimes, notes, you know, where places to go in an interview. I didn't need this because, well, we talked about Oprah. But one thing on the card that you got to talk about, you're known for donut stacking?
Yeah, look, I hate bragging, but some people are known for their charity and their generosity. I'm known for being the donut queen. Okay?
God, you'll fit right in with our staff. Yes.
You know what's so funny? I did walk by in your hallway and you had a thing of donuts.
We did, yeah. And look, and then we have pizza over there. I mean, we're a food-oriented show.
And you guys are hiring. I am the donut queen. All right, so I wanted to, you know, my followers and I make these goals list every year, and one of it was to break a Guinness World Record. So I was like, what can I do? And I saw someone had stacked 12 donuts in 1 minute. So I said, I'll do 13. Little do I know, that is hard to do, okay? Because they have to be regulated, so they have to be a certain thick, they have to be, and cooked a certain way. I did it live on television. Up until that live segment, I hadn't done it. It wouldn't. After 12, it would tumble over, and then I prayed to the donut gods. I did it. Guinness approved. I became the donut queen.
Yes! Is that them right there?
Yeah, this is me doing it. This is the moment.
This is the moment right here?
This is the moment where I was like, well, it's not happening. I'll make a joke of it. And then somehow it stayed for it. And I was like, oh my God.
Does it have to be like a cake donut?
Yeah, it has to be a certain form, it has to be a certain size. There was like a lot of rules for something so stupid. Like you gotta have like timers, there was like a lot. But here's what's so cool is because I became the donut queen, I did a lot of like donut content, right? And then my parents are real proud, let's just say. But I did a video with me like eating donuts, right? It went super viral, like 30 million views on TikTok. And the next day, I was set to perform in Minneapolis. I get to, at the same place I'm performing tonight.
The Parkway,
at the Parkway Theater. I get there, and on my drive there, my agent calls and says, Dunkin' Donuts just called. They saw your video. They want to give a free donut to everyone in your Minneapolis audience. So I was like, this is like donut queen, like, you know?
Yes.
So kind of like how with Oprah, how she's like, you get a car, you get a car. So it's the end of my Minneapolis show. First time there, it's a sold out audience, and I come out, I said, look, Oprah may give cars, I give donuts. And then all of a sudden, 400 donuts came out.
Seriously?
And I was like, you get a donut, you get a donut. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If you're coming tonight, Dunkin' Donut hasn't called. So
Yeah.
I'll steal whatever they have left of me in the waiting
we have
room.
crumble
Yeah.
cookies out there too. We can just steal those. What is it like now in the era post-pandemic, going on the road? What is it like doing comedy? Because again, the followers on TikTok came overnight. You worked your blank off for a decade. What is doing, because everyone knows, I always say this to comedians, I so respect your art because it is an art, and it fascinates me. What is it like doing comedy right now?
It is so rewarding because I'm so glad everything happened. If you're in the arts, whatever you're in, and it's taking years, good. There's like this quote that I'm gonna butch, but
it's fine.
Something like, it's better to be 8 years too late than 1 second too early. Meaning that's how the world is gonna see you. So if it takes time, it's okay. I had those 10 years of hustling to get strong enough. So now when I go to my audiences and it's all my followers and they love me, now we get to just have fun, and like I have the skill. So everything happens the right way.
Will you please come back and see us?
Yes, of course.
I love it.
I'm the donut queen. I hand out donuts now.
Give it up for Robyn, everybody. If you're watching us locally, we said a show tonight at the Parkway in Minneapolis. If you're watching from across the country, head to our website, robynschall.com. We'll be right back from donuts to pizza next. Thank you. Oh my God. I'll refluff the pillow now. What? I don't want